One dynamic coach, 4 agents to Ronald, Gene, Warren, and Heather. Who will meet their goals? Who will break down and break through? Bold Revolution. Step 3 for sell by owners.
Hello, welcome to Bold Revolution. Today is step 3. We're going to be covering for sell by owners, the foundation of building a database as well as goal setting. And we do goal setting in such a different way that many people that have been unable to obtain their goals will find that it's a piece of cake. We're going to teach people how many listings they actually have to have at all times to achieve their goals for the year.
What I focus on expands. What I focus on expands. What I focus on expands.
Oh my God, I definitely had an aha moment today when Diana put me in the position of, when I'm old and gray and sitting in a rocking chair looking back at my grandchildren.
So you're sitting in your rocking chair.
My goal is to be free and clear, and the reason for that is that once I don't owe anybody any money, it's mine to do with what I want. I can help other people.
It really puts into perspective the reason why I'm doing this. So that was it was huge for me, setting my goals.
I want to switch you for just a minute. You're 90 years old. I'm still talking to you. I'm your grandchild. And you didn't accomplish any of those goals. Now tell me how you feel.
Sad.
No.
Pathetic. I feel pretty... what do I have to offer my grandchild? I would consider myself a failure.
The prospect of being a failure, I almost wanted to cry. I'm still shivering just that image in my head.
The rocking chair test, when you do that with yourself, you'll have the same experience that Warren did. You just have to be willing to do that with yourself. As we prospect today, we're going to call for sell by owners. Why did you decide to sell your house yourself? To me, FSBO did not stand for sell by owner. It stood for the fastest source of business opportunity. The more you talk with me, the more you will see why people choose me.
Are you willing to drop your price when working with a buyer?
Dead phone battery. I'm sorry, my phone died. Well, I had a couple of challenges, I guess, to put it mildly. My phone died in the middle of while I was calling, so Diana had given us an example. If it was our children, what would we do, to do anything for our children? Well, my phone died, so I ran out to the car to plug it into the car charger. I'm not gonna let something like a dead phone battery stand in the way. Very bad, Warren, very bad. Unfortunately, I only had time to make 3 phone calls. I'm not working, I'm wasting time. Wasting time is not acceptable. But hey, 3 is better than nothing, and I've got a referral and looking forward to keeping going.
We did our first sell by owner calls today. I made 6 calls, I set 2 appointments, and I went around also and was checking on the other agents as team captain.
It's a child.
I want some other people on my team to make calls. I'm making calls by myself.
So good.
I'm trying. I just can't get on. I know you are.
Are your team?
What happened in the breakdown? I had to excuse myself so that I could take a moment to cool off and collect my thoughts and regroup and come back and lead my team the way that it needs to be led. No. I don't want to be on camera right now. I'm being negative Nancy, and I don't care. I don't want to go there.
What's going on?
I'm just stressed because everyone on my team is watching me while I'm making calls, and I feel like I'm the only one making calls, and it stresses me out when I feel like people are listening, and all the calls that I'm making, if I feel like I'm doing bad, it stresses me.
Have you had any success yet with any phone calls?
No.
So what are you doing now? Just up here trying to de-stress?
Yeah. You know, up until this point, I never had made a single call to any for sale by owner because out of fear.
I want to watch you. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. I know you got it in it. You're a top agent, you're a top agent.
My high I was scared to die a little death, so I never made those calls before, so I'm just proud that I even made 3 calls to for sale by owners, period.
I was actually okay making phone calls from my cell phone, knowing that caller ID exists. So I'm getting more comfortable knowing that people aren't going to scream at me just because I called them.
With goals, we create the future in advance. See, that's all goals are. With goals, let's say this together. With goals, we create the future in advance. Yeah, we're just creating our own future.
It's my 4th time going through BOLD, and what I heard today that was new to me was on the goals. And what stuck out was it's not so much is how do you get to the goal, but what is the goal? What's the desire? What's going to drive you forward to that goal? Where's the passion?
This is personal. Who do you choose to become?
Today I learned if you don't have a goal, you don't have a big why. Those tend to be agents or people in business that aren't as successful as the ones that are at the top. And me being one of the ones that fully intends to be on the top, I came to the realization that if it's going to happen, I've got to be one to take time to write down my goals.
This is my 3rd time taking BOLD. I know that you have to write them down. And the one thing that I kind of really picked up on today is not just writing them down, you actually have to look at them after you've written them down.
I would like to say regarding the fouls, I took the stance as a leader. I wanted to make sure that I was completely honest and upheld myself to high integrity and just admitted that I didn't complete some of the tasks.
This week, Toronto received 2 fouls. Warren and Jean received 1, and Heather had no fouls. In the next week, they will again have to complete over 10 real estate exercises, including making 100 contacts, as well as life work.
So you had 100 contacts. Did you make them?
I did.
So this is my 3rd time taking the class. I have never made 100 contacts in a week until today. I made 60 of them yesterday. Because I procrastinate like so many people.
Okay, so here you wake up. It's the day before BOLD.
Panicked.
Panicked?
Yes.
What went through your brain and how did you break through it?
I wasn't quite sure what exactly I was going to do. Okay, do I walk the mall? Do I just start, holding a sign up? Hi, talk to me about real estate.
So I walked up and down a street. It's a very long street with nice big hills. And I did that in high heels, very bad move. And I was holding an open house for a FSBO on the street last night. And I invited all of the people on the street to have friends and family who they wanted as neighbors to come by.
And you made your 100 contacts, which we're so excited about.
I've got to admit, I'm a little nervous to come back to step 4. Step 3, I wasn't as big of a rock star as step 2. One of the things that I struggle with when I'm reading these scripts is I tend to overanalyze, and I read things like top agents like myself, and I tell myself, well, I'm new. They're going to get on the internet, Google me, all this stuff. They're going to realize there's no way I'm a top agent.
Yes, you are.
I'm a great agent.
Here you go. Turn around, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to say you're a top agent 3 times. Here we go. You're a top agent. You're a top agent. You're a top agent. So what are you? What are you?
I'm a top agent.
What are you?
I'm a top agent.
Yes. Who said you had to be in the business a long time? I've known people in the business 32 years that had the same year 32 times, and they're not a top agent. So time doesn't have anything to do with top agents, right?
I'll sit down now. I'm fully committed, and my team needs me, and that's what I'll do. I'll be here, ready to roll next week.
I'm very excited
About coming next week to step 4.
So yes, in short, I'm excited to come back to step 4.
So until next week, go boldly.
Next time on Bold Revolution.
Step 4 is where I've broken down in the past.
I think that coming today was a breakthrough.
Yet, do we ever say that we're grateful for a person?
It's kind of odd for me because this is my 3rd time going through Bold that I still haven't quite solidified what does being grateful mean to me.
How can I be a top producer if I'm struggling with all this?
Today we're going to be calling expired listings. Be purposeful.
I can do those with commercial too. I just need to, go and find some expired commercial listings.
I'm not worried about, fouling out.
Let's see what happens.